Hee-haw! Welcome to Draw Farm Animals with me. I'm Danny Gregory. I am the farmer here, and I'm joined by the farmer's wife. Here you are.
Yi-yi-o.
I know. That was quite an offering.
Always so diverse. Very fun.
Really nice, really nice. So, yes. So today what do we have planned for today? We have plans. We're going back to the farm.
Yeah, it's a seasonal thing here in the States, at least.
Yeah, we enjoyed doing the farm animals afterwards, and as soon as we were done, JJ said, "Let's do the state fair."
We happened to drive in on a freeway when we had come back from picking up Clover, driving back from San Diego, and I saw all the Ferris wheels, and I thought, "Oh my goodness, it's that time of year."
Yeah,
And we must document it and celebrate it.
we're sponsored by John Deere now, as you know, and next week we'll be presenting at the 4-H Club. So we're a long way from Greenwich Village. As Diane says, Green Acres is the place to be. It's true. It's true. So how else is everybody? I see that Tiffany has lost her reading glasses. Unfortunate. And she's also finishing a sketchbook. So that's all, I guess, good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if losing your glasses is what it takes to finish, then
maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, bravo.
Cloella has been sick and is back.
Good.
Welcome back. You're allowed, by the way, to watch Draw with me when you're sick, because we're not going to get it. But I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. What else? Patience is impatient because her drawing wasn't picked up this week.
Yeah, well, we never ever intentionally skip anyone, but sometimes the algorithms are not our friends, and we don't find them. Even if they're tagged correctly, sometimes we just don't see them. Yeah. Also, it depends on when you posted.
Yeah, if you posted after Tuesday, chances are we have already moved on.
And sometimes after Monday, honestly.
Yeah. Sometimes, in fact, it might be too late already for the drawings you haven't done yet. Okay, well, I'm ready to talk about the state fair. Now, being a native New Yorker, I had never really been to a state fair before until last year. We went to the Arizona State Fair. I just wanted to show you a few pictures that we took at the state fair. Jenny, you want to narrate along with me?
Sure.
So here's the entrance to the state fair. It's a whole part of town that is permanently the state fair, and they do other things there too, right? They have other stuff going on.
Yeah, the visiting nurses book sale was there. One of the
That's true. One of the highlights.
Amazing events of the year.
Yeah, but they have this huge place that is here's JJ during was it fireworks? Yeah, it was fireworks, right?
I don't think I think it was just the majesty of
majesty of those garbage cans. Yeah, we went to the state fair not to go to the state fair, but to go to a concert at the state fair, which strangely enough is a band called the Violent Femmes, which is like a punk band from
awesome 80s band.
Yeah, punk band from the 80s, which for some reason was I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it was
and they were amazing.
It was the headliner there at the state fair, and it was packed with people who apparently were big fans, and they just played their very first album from 1978 or something, and that was it. But that's why we were there.
We loved it.
There I am having my best day ever. And they had a lot of giveaways. Like here, they were giving away
giant pugs,
giant twiglets.
And did you win one?
I did not. We already have a giant puglet, so we didn't need that. They also were giving away Bob Ross dolls. You could win a Bob Ross. How strange is it, the twisted journey that Bob Ross has been on since he died, and now he is a huge row of stuffed
I noticed
puppets.
that it's like Bob Ross Day in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Well, we usually celebrate Bob Ross Day.
Yeah, so we got to get that on the cow.
Yeah, but we got to be careful because now you get in trouble if you do Bob Ross stuff. They come after you, and they say, "Well, you can't Yeah, like we can't have ads on our channel during Bob Ross stuff. It's ridiculous.
All right, well, let's not malign Bob or his estate.
It's not Bob. It's his.
I know. Let's
Bob.
Just,
yeah, he's listening right now. Their lawyers are listening.
You know what? They're trying to earn a living.
They're keeping his memory alive, and that's good. I hope that when that you will do the same with my estate, that you'll be litigious in protecting my memory, and that I want to see stuffed dolls like this at the state fair. In
Less hair.
They have a lot of really fine cuisine there.
Oh my gosh! I mean, that probably most cravenly is my entire reason to go to the state fair, because I want to eat those deep fried things.
That's the lingering effects that
Once
it has.
a year. Once a year.
But that's the effect that it has. I mean, a year later, I can still taste the fried cheesecake and butter puffs. They also have giant smoked turkey legs,
which is a weird kind of like keto, high protein.
You think that's what it's for? It's like, I'm eating butter and giant smoked turkey legs.
You see people walking around just gnawing on a turkey leg. I think it's like...
Yeah, it's something. I like that little kind of cowboy roping the giant smoked turkey leg. I guess that's there for scale, because that's an actual size thing that it has there. So yeah, so that's the state fair. Do you think we need to go back this year?
No, I think we've done it.
We're going to draw it instead.
We didn't experience it. Yeah,
but we didn't go to the proper things. We went at night, so we didn't really see animals.
We missed the monster trucks, which we were excited about, but that was at the same time as the Violent Femmes, head to head.
Tractor pull. We didn't see.
We did see the art exhibit.
Yes, in fact, I was going to share a picture of that. It was amazing. I had a picture.
It was amazing. There were some really cool things in there.
There really were, and then there was some strange things. Like, I wonder if I can show this. See if this will pop up. Yeah. So this was a sculpture where somebody had built a laundry room inside of a bottle of detergent.
I mean, how cool is that?
And I think it won first prize. So yeah, that was quite creative. But yeah, there's a lot of crafts and stuff like that there at the state fair. It's pretty cool. But today, the fun thing about drawing stuff from the state fair is we're just going to draw a bunch of different things. So I have about 7 or 8 different subjects for us today, and we are going to draw them in whatever.
Make a little page.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, whatever media you want to use. I think I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this Funisuke Tombow Funisuke pen, and I think I'm going to use my Winsor Newton watercolor markers. Just haven't used them in a few weeks, so that's about it. So I'm going to have a bunch of critters. So here we have our first one, which is...
Oh, wow, that's a reprise.
It's not really a reprise, because we had a giant pig last week, and I know I was afraid that you were going to say that, but honestly, a prize pig at the state fair, and this piglet is just so cute that I just had to pull him out.
That's really babe. It's a real babe.
This is really like... So let's do him quickly. Or, I don't know, I think we could just do pigs every week. Pigs are they're lots of fun to draw, and I enjoy drawing them. So we're going to start with a little piggy. I'm just going to do him up in the corner. Because, the animal part of the state fair, they have all these prizes that they give out for animals and crops. As I like to call them, produce. So yeah, pie. So
I think it's like the 4-H club raises their little animals, right? And then they judge.
Yeah.
The livestock based on their conformity to breed standards.
Well, I went and looked at pictures of actual prize-winning pigs. You don't want to see them. Twiglet has the right idea. You don't want to see them. They're monstrous, and they look like they could do some serious damage.
So this one's probably too much of a youngin' to be judged.
This one's like 15 minutes old.
You know what they do have, though, commonly, are petting zoos, like for kids.
I know, but you're jumping the gun. We're going to get to the petting zoo.
Oh, shoot, sorry. Yeah, Spoiler alert.
We're going to do a petting zoo later on. We're going to do a
Lisa's asking how many things. I think you said 8?
I think there's 8. I'm pretty sure there's 8. Don't be mad if I'm wrong.
We can't count. It's hard to count over here.
I could go and count, but then I'd have to stop drawing, and I'm not doing that, so too bad. But it's roughly 8.
Okay.
So we'll spend like 5 minutes on each one. Did we ever figure out what it is that Babe says? It's there's that thing that it says this thing. She says this.
No, it's the little mice.
No, she says it too. It's like a thing that her ma taught her. No, you don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't quite remember. I wouldn't mind seeing that movie again.
Yeah, I feel like we had this conversation last week.
I think we did.
So, speaking of animal husbandry, we have
a lot of pug over here.
Got a lot of pug going on. Things are getting better.
It's not entirely harmonious.
It's not entirely. We actually brought over a third dog yesterday to see what would happen. It went pretty well. It went from Clover being terrified of Luna, the visiting dog, to basically being in control of the whole situation and bossing everybody around, jumping on the table, grabbing food, doing all these things. So, yeah.
She's mischievous.
Now, what I want to do is I want to put a little...
So small, but such an awful lot of trouble.
I think
right before we started the session, she pooped in the house, too. It's really disappointing. She'd been outside. She pooped outside as well. She'd been on a walk. She pooped on the walk as well. And then laid out a duker, like right outside the studio door.
TMI.
Disappointing.
All right, so I put a little prize ribbon on her. Just because...
Oh, Heidi's got the saying.
What is it?
Baram oo.
Yes.
Baram you. Yes. Sheep be true.
Yes. That's it.
Nailed it.
Thank you so much. That was really bugging me.
Martine says her piglet looks possessed.
Well, maybe she's at the Devil's State Fair.
It is the devil's time of year, after all. Creeping up on All Hallows Eve. I just noticed my couture today. I have a black and orange moment going on. It's still very hot here. It still feels like summer. It's hard to even think about Halloween.
So what are you going to dress up as this year?
I have this one piece, it's like an adult onesie that I got at Old Navy several years back, and it's like a skeleton suit, and I think I'll wear that forever because it's just as comfy as wearing your jammies, and you can eat a lot of candy, and you drink a lot of beer and get a big fat belly, and no one can see it because it's like a big fat onesie. It's like a Santa suit.
So you're just going to be wearing that year round now?
No, but I look forward to the one day of year that I can wear it.
Yeah, I'm going to dress up as Bob Ross.
Oh, Tiffany says she's getting married this Halloween. That's epic. How cool.
So nice.
And will everyone dress up in costume for your pictures? I hope so. Are you going to be like a vampire bride? Oh,
that'd be cool.
Very cool.
All right, so there's a prize pig.
Hey, we got a person in the chat said Farm Friends who came last week and helped us, and I'm going to just repeat.
Sorry, Farm Friends. Well, maybe not for you. You're probably happy about it, but this is not the norm. But I really want to just move on. Let's move on to drawing a Ferris wheel.
Oh, I would go on all of those scary rides.
Not me.
But Danny Gregory.
I'm a chicken. That's why I go to the state fair. I'm a chicken at the state fair.
Not so much. I mean, you do have a legitimate motion sickness situation.
But it's mainly because I'm a chicken. I'm a giant turkey leg.
All protein, all day long.
No, I don't know. I just get no pleasure from it.
Well, you get actual motion sickness, and then you're vomitous. But you're also kind of a scaredy cat. It's true. But a Ferris wheel is not a scary situation.
You know how many times a year Ferris wheels like roll off their hub and they roll down the street?
I really don't think that happens.
It happens all the time. I mean, it happens more often than it doesn't happen. It's amazing that they are allowed to still exist. They're so incredibly dangerous. I'm sure you people have had that experience, have lost loved ones.
There it is.
Have lost loved ones.
Drink, 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 drink.
You know, we've got to give people a chance to use the you people emoji.
It's true. Only members have you people.
That's one of the greatest perks that you can get.
You know you want it.
Yes. So the membership, we are in the middle of celebrating Inktober right now.
How's that going?
You know, I think it's going pretty well. We are doing a lot of interesting things. I've stopped drawing selfies. Thank God.
But you really had...
I had fun doing it.
Well, you had the payoff that you anticipated, which is you are drawing better and more freely now, just portraits of all kinds, right?
It also really helped me when I drew that piglet. Yeah. It did. No, but it's nice. It's nice to have like familiar names and also some new people joining us. A lot of people come live, but a lot more watch the recording. And yeah, I've been sharing some of my favorite ink artists and books of their stuff. We've kind of revived the...
Was that sort of the trick or treat idea? Somebody gave us that idea in an email.
No, we're alternating between... between doing drawing prompts and doing looking at inspiration, or what I've been calling inkspiration.
So clever.
Thank you. Once an ad man, always an ad man.
Susan says, yesterday was amazing. What did you do yesterday?
Yesterday we talked about Robert Crumb.
Oh.
And I...
Always a crowd pleaser.
And I shared from my book, Illustrated Life, I shared the interview that he did with me.
Very cool, babe.
And we looked at some of his his safe for work material.
So like one thing.
No, we have a whole book called The Sweeter Side of R. Crumb.
I know.
And then we also have a book of his drawings that he did on restaurant.
Well, all those jazz musicians that we have that frame piece.
Yeah, that's safe too.
Very safe.
All right, so there's the Eiffel Tower.
If only. That's an Arizona Eiffel Tower.
There's a Ferris wheel. All right, Ferris. Okay, so here, this is the first on Draw With Me. We're drawing a funnel cake. And I can tell you they're a lot more fun to draw than they are to eat.
I mean, it's roughly the same shape as a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, that's.
What are you gonna do scale wise?
It's bigger than the Ferris wheel.
It's like a giant donut.
So what are your feelings about it?
Burning Tuna DC said, if you like Robert Crumb, be sure to see my friend's film Married to Comics.
Oh, that's good.
And Burning Tuna DC worked on it. How cool.
I haven't heard about that movie. Where can we see it?
Yeah.
I usually am on top of those kinds of things. Is it out yet?
I mean,
let's wait and see.
Burning Tuna DC is saying be sure to see it. So that is somewhat ambiguous. Can I see it tonight?
Can I see it right now? Can we stop what we're doing and go and see it? Tell us anything more about it.
So Mineral Pass is asking, what is a funnel cake? So basically, it's batter, like donut batter, or like pancake batter into like hot oil.
It's like a giant pancake
and they
thing.
Fry it up, like it kind of squirts out of a tube, and they fry it up and put powdered sugar on it.
They're really big on frying stuff. So they'll at state fairs they fry candy bars, they fry blocks of butter, they fry
Twinkies,
human
like that.
Human fingers. It's amazing.
There was one. Didn't we see like a fried Coca-Cola? I'm curious about that.
Yeah. How does that even work? Do you think it's just the can? They just drop a can into batter?
Oh my gosh, I hope not. Laura is asking, everything archived for members? Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
You get to look at everything.
You will not miss out.
But I might change that, so don't think, oh, I'll just wait, and then I'll wait.
Don't tease people. You're not going to change that.
No, I won't. All right. For Laura, I won't.
Marstu says, sounds like a Kropfen. Am I saying that right? In Austria? Do you know what that is?
I don't.
Kropfen? I apologize if I'm mispronouncing
What is
that.
the thing in Amsterdam that we had? Luftwaffe?
Stroopwafel.
Stroopwafel, yeah.
These are hot. They really come out of the oil, piping hot, and you gobble it down.
Does it make you feel good about yourself?
To eat junk food?
Yeah.
Only if I'm wearing my skeleton onesie.
Fortunately, I have a spandex coverall that I wear that expands as we...
Lucia's asking what markers you're using.
I'm using Pro Marker watercolors from Winsor & Newton.
It kind of looks like a brain. I mean, your rendition of it.
This is your brain on grease.
All right, Elizabeth has said stroopwafel pronunciation is stroopwafel. Wow. Did I get it better? Did I do better? So a Kropfen is fried dough ball filled with jam. Oh, we've had those. Oh, those are delicious.
Yeah, like a sufgania. Doesn't
Heather says without color, mine looks like what Twiglet did in the hall before the show. Twiglet would never do that. Twiglet would never. It's the new.
That was Clover.
The new dog.
That was the unlucky Clover.
The Clover. Don't Twiglet. Oh, Twiglet's being so needy. She's like really just demanding I hold her, but I think she's really annoyed with this other dog.
All right, so it's time to move on.
Let's move on.
Okay, so this is kind of a strange piece of scrap that I found. This is a prize-winning pumpkin. Yeah, I know.
That was Clover.
I kind of have the same idea. So what I'm planning to do is I'm going to draw the Pumpkin Master.
Oh my God, that thing is...
Isn't it? There's something about this picture.
Is that AI? I mean, is that fake? That's real?
Yes, that's a real picture.
Whoa.
That's a real picture. I found it on Google. So I'm going to draw this farmer guy just for scale. I think I'm going to make him look a bit more like a farmer, though. Give him a cap and stuff. But yeah.
That is an astronomical pumpkin.
Do you think it tastes good?
I mean, how do they get it there? It must have to go on like a forklift.
Well, they have a lot of those on farms and stuff, right?
That's true. Oh, Twigs. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, so needy. I know. Oh, my goodness. I love you so much. I love you so much.
All right, take it. Get a room.
Me and my pug
Seems about right. I've made him a little bit more portly than he needs to be. But
you sort of made him look like what are the Spanish cowboys? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the Argentine cowboys?
Caballeros. Argentine cowboy. A gaucho.
He's a pumpkin wrangler.
Oh my gosh. Kate Buick says she sketched the giant pumpkin contest at a local patch. The winner was 2,200 pounds. My goodness.
And how big was the pumpkin?
Yes, they lift it onto a flatbed and then crane it off. Wow. Whoa.
Yeah, that's pretty big. So this you could make like a Cinderella coach out of. I always thought that was a ridiculous story, but you could totally do that.
Okay, Tiffany has another fun fact. If a stem comes off a prize pumpkin, then it is disqualified. Oh. DQ'd.
That's tough.
Yeah. Wow, that would... because presumably it must take... how... I'm going to demonstrate my ignorance, but I would say many years for one of these things to grow.
No.
What?
Absolutely not. They grow right away. It's a fruit. Am I wrong about that?
I'm disturbed by that.
Let's ask Kate because she seems to be the expert on.
She's an expert on many things, but I don't know if it's fair to call upon her.
But she's had firsthand knowledge about it. Let's put it that way.
True. This guy is like in an.
Yeah, it's like
enchanted forest.
That's it, right? Exactly. I thought that was really strange.
Okay, you were right. Kate knows. They grow in one season.
Yeah.
Wow. And Deb said they really fertilize and water and cut all the other pumpkin flowers off.
Why? Oh, so that the one
will thrive.
The one doesn't produce other fruits.
And they put umbrellas over them to keep them from burning in the sun. Wow, these are really coddled.
Well, they're prize winners. It makes you wonder why nature bothers. What's possible?
Well, nature bothers with a lot of things that make you go,
Yeah, that's true. Not ours to reason why. All right, so there's our man with his pumpkin. Looking good? All right.
What's next?
Let's see what we got next. Okay. So there are also a lot of games. That's where you win the Bob Ross doll. And this game is called like Pyramid of Milk Bottles.
Is that the official name? The sanctioned name?
There's an entire TV channel here in the States devoted to Carnival game competitions.
Those don't even look like bottles.
They're metal.
So they're fake.
Fake?
Were milk bottles metal once upon a time?
No, I think they're metal because they get knocked over thousands of times. And if they were glass, it would be a disaster. So they make them out of metal now, I think. You think they could at least make them white. But yeah, so they have a pyramid of these things. They're probably like welded together so you can never actually knock them off.
No big pug for you.
I mean, there are all kinds of chicanery around these kinds of games, you know.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, just sort of nefarious characters. Carnies, right? You know that expression, carnies?
I think that's not a kind thing to say, Danny. No, just
stop.
What do you mean? Just stop.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not kind.
Okay, well, Carnival barkers. Have you heard about them? Step right up. That's Carnival barkers.
Yeah.
I think the state fair is... What are they called? The Midway.
Yes, that's true. I wonder why is it called them? I'm going to Google this.
Because it's in the middle of the...
Why is the game area called a midway?
Because it's in the middle of it's the middle of the thing, of the state fair. I think that's pretty obvious.
The term midway comes from the Midway Plaisance, an avenue at the 1893 Chicago World's Fair that featured games, rides, and other entertainment.
Why did it have a French name?
It was the first World's Fair to have separate area for amusements away from the exhibition halls. The Midway Plaisance featured the original Ferris wheel built by George Washington Gale Ferris Jr.
Wow.
Other attractions included freak shows, Wild West shows, burlesque shows, belly dancers, and balloon rides.
And didn't we read
That's 1893.
Didn't we read a book about, or was there a movie that was about the kind of goings on in the Midway? And
it's not that Hugh Jackman business, is it?
No,
what was it? The Greatest Show? That was a circus dealio.
Yeah. But they would have like basically strippers and things like that.
Well, they just said burlesque.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting the spinning wheel.
All right, there we have it. Still got the spinning wheel?
I refreshed. It took a while, but I am back.
All right, good. So that is the next one. Let's see what this is. Oh, yeah, so this I thought was fun. This is a prize-winning quilt. Now, we don't have to draw this quilt. We can make up our own quilt.
Quilts are rad. Have you ever owned a quilt?
A handmade one? Yes, I think so.
What happened to it?
I don't know.
Because those are heirlooms. Those are treasures.
I don't know where it is. I remember that we had one that Patty was making. We had a friend who passed away, and she was working on a quilt of all of his neckties.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of stitching. Ah, Drew, The Devil in the White City, about the 1893 World's Fair.
Yes.
Very good book. I don't think we saw a movie of that. We just read the book.
No, but there's a movie. I can't think of it right now. I'm trying to draw.
Fair enough. Nobody laughed.
Very funny.
That is really a beautiful quilt. Hey, Wardrobe Plays World War II says, I've started drawing on my iPad again because of your video on 7 days drawing prompts. Bravo.
Interesting.
You love
that. But did I even mention the iPad in that?
Drawing on your iPad.
Did I mention the iPad in that video?
Well, maybe the 7 days suck them in and then they've spent some more time on the channel.
That's good.
You've certainly done other iPad videos.
Yeah. I just did some iPad stuff in the membership. We did 2 days of selfies on the iPad. All right, so how am I going to do this?
I'm like, I was holding my tongue.
What?
This seems like a very hard quilt to draw. And I think there might have been other quilt examples that would have been easy to draw. So I'm questioning your sanity over there.
Well, I think we're free to make up our own quilt. As
I see. It's a quilt inspo. Suggestion of quilt.
Well, I don't know a huge amount about quilts. Although, do you remember we went to that incredible quilt show in New York? God, it was all these. It was like multiple families in Georgia, I think, that had these very special.
Are you sure it wasn't at that museum in Baltimore?
Yeah, it wasn't there. I don't think it was there. You've never really done sewing, though, have you?
No, I'm not.
You can't sew on a button.
I can sew on a button, but it will fall off again eventually.
Why did your mother not teach you how to do that kind of thing?
You know,
you were abused as a child.
I was an obstinate child. She probably did teach me.
I mean, it's kind of a basic skill.
I have a vague memory. So I was a late in life bonus child in my family, and I didn't know any of my grandparents well because they were well advanced in age by the time I came around. But I have a vague memory of one grandma teaching me how to crochet. And I loved it.
Crocheting and knitting are fun.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I think it was maybe when I was in high school or in college, I sewed a shirt from a pattern. And I spent a lot of time doing it, but because I'm generally lazy and like to skip steps, I decided that, you know what, I don't need to learn how to make buttonholes. I will just use Velcro. And the whole thing began because I was like, okay, I found a piece of fabric that I thought was kind of cool. And so it was broad stripes. So it was like orange, brown, these various colors, and it was broad stripes. So I figured out how to make it. And then I remember wearing it to a party, and a friend of mine saying to me, "Did you get a job at Burger King?" He thought it was a Burger King outfit, like a uniform. So
people were having difficulties.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the only thing we could do would be shut down the stream, and then it's adios.
Well, so, I can shut down the stream and we can start again.
No, I mean, just refresh your browser. If you're getting any kind of, they're saying it's the sound is going in and out, but no, it's buffering.
I'm sorry. I think some people are having it and some people aren't. So the only thing I can suggest is exactly what JJ just said.
Refresh your browser. That's the only solve for this issue.
I mean, I can quit, but we only have like 15. We have one drawing left to do. Could you not mutter while you're typing? Okay. So this is another game. I just did it because honestly, I just like this duck.
Wait, did you give the quilting lady a like hockey mask? What's going on with that?
I did not. I just loosely suggested her face. I didn't give her a hockey mask and big headphones. It just looks like that. See, a lot of people saying it's fine, and it says it definitely works to refresh. So yeah. Let's move on because I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about that.
All right, already moved on.
So let's talk about this duck.
Wait, what? A duck?
Babe, you got to keep up with me, all right?
Oh, a little ducky.
So this is like a rubber ducky, floats, and I think it's like a game where you get like a fishing rod and you have to catch this.
Oh, right? Yeah, I see the little hook coming out of its head.
So if you catch one.
They have sometimes like races with these things.
Is that what it is?
Well, no, they put them like into a creek or a river, and then somebody gets to the end and wins a prize. Right.
Yeah, they also have they have that kind where you fire a water gun at like a balloon and the horses move along I don't know. Oops, you can't even see my drawing. There we go. So I'm going to just suggest that he's in water somehow. This is a slightly unfortunate specimen, I'm afraid. Apologize for that. There he is, a ducky. If you know anything about this duck situation, please illuminate all of us what this kind of game is.
Maxine says we have Hook a Duck here in the UK too.
Hook a Duck.
And duck races.
There you go, Hook a Duck.
What's the deal with Hook a Duck? What's the deal with Hook?
Are there professional leagues?
Hook a Duck is a traditional fairground stall game, also known as duck pond. A number of rubber ducks are floated in a water trough. The ducks have metal rings fastened to their head. Although the ducks appear identical, they bear hidden marks or numbers on their bases.
What's that for?
I guess it assigns the prizes.
Oh, I see. So you pull one out and it says, "You won a Bob Ross doll."
A giant bug.
Yeah. Oh, I have to put the hook on him. Give him the hook. I just seem to remember also that sometimes when you win this, because I remember my sister won a giant stuffed dog at some kind of a fair.
A pug?
No, it was like a big dog, but it seemed to be filled with sand.
What?
It was like a giant, it was more like a heavy bean bag, like a sack. I remember she had it on her bed, and it was awful. It was a horrible toy because first of all, it weighed like 20 pounds. It was just terrible. Sand. We called him Sandy.
Sounds like
yeah, it was just
some shenanigans were involved.
Another unfortunate moment. All right, and now we are at the final drawing, and the cutest one of all, a baby. This is in the petting zoo, the aforementioned petting zoo, where we have a baby lamb.
Oh, come here, Twigs. You're being so pitiful, baby. You're so pitiful today, girl. I know.
All right, this lamb has a good expression on its face. It's cute. Do you like a lamb, or is it an animal that freaks you out? I know you don't like to eat them.
I mean, I think they're adorable. Who would dislike a lamb?
What about a baby kid?
A little goat?
Yeah.
Goaty.
Did I ever tell you about the time I owned a goat?
No. In a New York apartment?
Yeah.
Ooh. Your stories about things like that in New York?
Well, so we had a relative who was what they call a gamesman. Is that what they call a guy who liked to hunt and fish? And that was the time when we had a taxidermy collection, none of which we had killed ourselves, but that we had acquired over the years. And Joey, that was the name of this cousin, And he said, "I've got something for you." And I was like, "Oh, really? What is it?" And he said, "You just wait. I'm going to send it to you." About a month later, this giant crate gets delivered to our house. And we take it upstairs, like a proper wooden crate, the kind that you need to like open with a hammer. And when I opened it, there inside was a giant goat's head.
No,
like a full goat head, like something out of...
That's a horror story.
I mean, it seemed like something that you would have in like a satanic ritual kind of thing. It was absolutely horrifying. And it had those square eyes, you know? And so we finally figured out that it was from him. And he said it was like some mountain goat that he had shot somewhere. Ugh, it was so vile. And the thing about it is, not only was it horrifying looking, it smelled like a goat. I mean, it had been taxidermized or whatever, but it still smelled like a goat.
That's just awful.
Oh, it was so awful. So we put it out on the patio.
Oh no!
And we left it there for a month to see if the smell would go
away.
Yeah, see if the smell would go away.
Criminal.
It was just, and didn't go away. And we couldn't bring it to our house because literally the whole house would have smelled like a goat. Yeah, it was unfortunate. So we just put it out with the garbage.
Oh, that's the most... Why would you tell that story on air? That is horrific.
Yeah, it was a horrible story.
Oh, I feel like I need a shower now.
Yeah, so that's why I asked. Now, this is a bit cute baby lamb that I'm drawing while I'm telling this horrible satanic goat story. But yeah. My apologies. It was one of those stories that kind of got away from me.
I should say so.
Yeah.
I think go back to Carnies. You were doing better when you were potentially offending people.
Yeah.
Tracy Yates says Danny's lamb looks like Danny. Give it a stripy shirt. Go on. You know you want to.
Does look a bit like me. It's cute and smells like a goat.
There's nothing cute about a goat smell. We went to like a yarn and wool convention one year.
Oh yeah.
And it was probably more due to the sheep that were present, but it smelled very goaty there. There's a great scary movie called
The Witch.
The Witch. And there's a protagonist in it. There's named Black Phillip. He's a black goat. I don't want to give you any spoilers. If you like a scary movie, go check out Black Phillip in The Witch. Very good film. I mean, we saw that film probably in like 2015, and we still talk about it.
Because we used to call one of our dogs Black Phillip.
Yeah.
Our dog Tim was a bit of a devil.
He was a devil.
And so we would call him that. Should I put a little fence around this guy? No, I'm just going to leave him as he is. All right, so I'm just going to label these things. Just grab a bottle of ink.
No daffodils?
No.
Because honestly, daffodils would not be this time of year in the state fair, right?
Yeah, this is a spring lamb. Right? That's probably why he's surrounded by daffodils. So I'm going to have prize. There's a prize-winning piglet. And this is the Ferris wheel. Not to be confused with the Eiffel Tower.
Not to be confused with the funnel cake. Do you know how to spell Ferris wheel?
Of course. And this is a funnel cake. And this is a prize-winning pumpkin.
So many prizes. A prize for you. A prize for you.
Oops, sorry. Off
I gotta say, of all these things, if I won that hook-a-duck, I would want the quilt.
Yeah, it's a nice looking quilt, particularly the way I drew it.
It's a stunning quilt. I would love to have a quilt.
Why don't you learn to sew? Make me one.
Seems pretty advanced for somebody that hasn't even started yet.
Hook-a-duck. Hook-a-duck. And then petting zoo. Cute. And then prize-winning quilt.
Yeah.
Gotta say it. Gotta do it, right?
Award-winning. You want to switch it up and go with award?
No, they don't get fancy like that at the old state fair. They're all prize winners.
Everybody gets a trophy?
I don't think that's true, actually. There's a lot of losers at the state fair. And then this thing is called milk bottle pyramid.
Somebody was asking, who is that mean lady? Do you mean me?
Who's what?
That mean lady. Oh, maybe she's talking about the quilting lady? The quilting lady. Danny did a...
She's the quilter.
Yeah, she's not mean. Maybe
Is she mean looking?
I don't know. Maybe they're talking about me. Debbie, do you mean me? Am I the mean lady?
Yeah, she's talking about Twiglet. All right. I mean, quilt lady, I don't know.
Quilt would be a good Wordle word.
Good point. So I'm going to say at the state fair.
Midway.
I'm going to label this whole thing.
I thought you were going to say found on the Midway.
Well, I don't think that some of these things are not found on the Midway, are they?
I meant the description for the milk bottle.
Oh, I see. There we go, at the state fair. Uh-oh.
Did you have... What? What's that?
Everybody's leaping to your defense.
I appreciate that.
All right, so there we have it.
I try not to be mean.
You aren't mean to me.
I think I am mean to you sometimes.
All right. Let me just swap this so we can see the whole thing in one go. No, that's no better. How about this? That's okay. All right, there we have it. Our visit to the state fair is complete.
Now we don't have to go this year. We saved you all that money on the ticket. You know the very worst part of the state fair?
What?
The line to get into park.
Oh, yeah, that was
They did not have that under control at all. No. It was like an hour waiting to turn left off I mean, honestly, we almost gave up. I was like, if I hadn't been powered by a need to see the Violent Femmes, it was just like, this is like your one job.
You know, we live in a small town, and this is the big, most exciting thing that's going on here. Yes. So that's interesting. Lisa Stewart said she was mad when the Wordle word was mommy. We had a whole discussion at dinner last night about that very Wordle.
We were also, we shared your disgruntlement.
Yeah, that was a toughie. So good. Well, I think we're done. And
Donezo. Sorry for the audio lag. I hope it's. I hope more of you than not were able to resolve it by refreshing your browser.
Yes. Oh, you know what we didn't mention is Your Illustrated Life.
Oh yeah, of course, Your Illustrated Life back on sale.
So it says here opens tomorrow, but it's not true. So you know, Your Illustrated Life. This is not even actually the URL for it. Your Illustrated Life is a course that we did.
We put it out in May.
Put it in May, and we've just refreshed it and brought it back, and you can find it on our website, sketchbookskool.com. And I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you got the email about it next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about it more.
It doesn't deserve a 1 minute punt. It's an awesome experience.
I think you'll like it. Anyway, so we'll talk about that more, but I just wanted to remind you in case you'd forgotten about it.
A lot of people were asking when we were bringing it back. And we will. We'll send an email.
Yeah. We did send an email, didn't we? Yesterday.
We'll send more emails.
Yeah, we'll send more emails. Guys,
thanks for being here.
Thank you for joining us. Thanks for drawing the state fair with us. I look forward to seeing your state's fair. State fairs? Affairs of state.
It's like vodka's tonic.
Could you straighten up?
Sorry.
Thank you. So we would love to see your drawings. Please share them on social media. Put them on Facebook, put them on Instagram, and tag them, #SBS Draw With Me. And then we will find them by next Tuesday or so, and we will add them to next week's show.
And we never skip anyone deliberately.
No. We want your drawings there, of course.
It's just some.
It's a lot of drawings to look through till we find yours. Let's just see what else. I have an essay coming out tomorrow. If you'd like to get it, you can go to dannysessays.com and you can find it. You can find it in your email box when I send it to you. So yeah, it's free. Why not get it? See if you like it or not. Many people do. Also, if you'd like to join this channel and become a member, you can draw with me and hang out with me 3 times a week. We're doing it right now. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. And we also record all of them, and you can get all the recordings.
But it just helps support the channel. Like if you like what we're doing.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who aren't able to join us, but they want to support what we do. So thank you for doing that. And speaking of support, please subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. All right, cool. What else? I think that's it.
That's it.
We're ready to go. Have a great day.
Booyah.